Hey, what's up, guys? Back again with another live. Hey, guys. So, as you guys can go back on and ever see that I came from a debate that we was talking about the Book of Revelation. We was talking about the man child. We was talking about the churches. We went into deep, and I got a lot of philosophies that I didn't hear before with him about the doctrines of the Book of Revelations, and it was quite interesting. But I did want to note some situations that I got in for you guys to get prepared for yourself when you get into these situations. So one of those is when they don't want to see your precepts, guys. Your precepts are very important, guys. And here's the thing about the Book of Revelation, guys. So John, when he wrote the Book of Revelation, he was in jail, right? John was in jail when he wrote the Book of Revelation. He was also writing it symbolically, like he wrote it was a. That's why so much symbolic references are in the Book of Revelation. It's because that he had to write in secret. All right, he was writing in jail. He didn't wanted to throw the book away. He just wanted to look more like something that he was just doing while he was in jail and things of that nature. But what's going on is, so since a lot of this things were symbolic, but the Book of Revelation is with a lot of references, guys. It's a lot of references within the Book of Revelation. Therefore, you have no choice but to go outside the Bible to figure out what these things are saying, right? So, guys, all right, when I got into the discussion with the gentleman, I think his channel is Let Us Pray. Okay, he is the only one that actually did it. Because I had so many people come to my channel, what I'm saying, challenging me. He is the only one out of like 5 years. He's one of 20 that came to my channel, challenging me about different things, but he was very respectful, things like that. But he's the only one that, say, oh, hey, we can do live, we can have a discussion, we're not going to have the comment sections, do his thing so we can, be selective of what we argue and things like that. No, so I really commend him for that. All right, so guys, what I do want to talk about is the man child, first of all, guys. All right, so I know traditional teachings, it have you think of the man child, okay, is one birth. But guys, again, we had to look at other things in the Bible because a lot of these verses in the Book of Revelation are references from the Old Testament and the New Testament. Guys, this is how he did it to make everything symbolic, but make you understand at the same time. And of course, the Holy Spirit orchestrated all of these things for us to come to. So understand that, guys, the man child, okay, yes, we understand that the man child is going to rule all nations with a rod of iron. We understand that that is what Jesus is going to do. But we need to understand that Jesus also offered that to one of the churches, guys, in Revelation 2:27. And yes, all was included, all. And we understand that also the beheaded will be reigning with Jesus Christ for 1,000 years. So understand these things. Yes, it can fit the man child, but if you're going to use that, that can fit the man child too. So, all right, well, that can fit also the people that Jesus promised that to. So understand that that is just not a clear indication of who the man child is. Okay, the man child, right? The man child. All right. So what we're getting is that he's a man and then a child. So that's already symbolic. Okay. So which means you got to go to the term, right, and see what's going on, see where we can find the situation, guys. So obviously, as I did on many of my videos, I found Isaiah 66, guys. Now, Isaiah 66 is the same setting. And all right, Revelation 12, verse 5. Okay. This is the reference that John is using, okay, for Revelation 12. And we understand that the man child, okay, comes before she travails, right? Now, why is this? Because remember, the man child is caught up, okay, before the devil is able to get to him. So Isaiah 66 is giving you how that looks. And this happens before she travel or travail and things of that nature. So what do you see? You see another set of children when she do actually travail. So all of this is figurative language, but guys, it's in the book of Revelation, it's in the book of Isaiah, two prophecy books. So if we go to Isaiah 66, before she goes into labor, she gives birth. That's interesting, right? Before she goes into labor, she gives birth, right? I'm going to go to the King James Version because we're trying to get the term here, right? Okay. Before she travailed, she brought forth. Before her pain came, she was delivered of a man child, right? Of a man child. So guys, right now, this is what we're looking at. Okay, so we're in the same settings, right? And we go on to verse 8. Who have heard such a thing? Who have seen such a thing? Shall earth be made to bring forth in one day, or a nation shall be born at once? For as soon as Zion traveled, she brought forth her children. So understand of what road I'm about to take you down, guys. Understand what road I'm about to take you down. So if we read, all right, Revelation 12, verse 17, right? And the dragon was wroth with the woman and went to make war with the remnant of her seed, right? Which keeps the commands of God and have the testimony of Jesus. Now understand the remnant of her seed, right? The remnant of her seed. She only had one seed, but yet there's a remnant of that seed, right? The birth, right? There was only one birth that we seen, right? But yet remnant of her seed, guys. So this is confirming in Isaiah 66 that the man child is multiple people, guys. It's multiple people at once. Okay, so when we look at who this multiple people can be within the man child, guys, so we understand that the man child was caught up to, all right, God's throne. Now, we just found a reference, but let's look at the symbolic theme through the book of Revelation. So this is a man child, right? But if we go to Revelation 7, remember the 144,000, okay, they were the children of Israel, guys. Again, got to go to the King James Version for the references and the terms. And the tribes of the children of Israel, guys. So understand that you got the children, guys. So you got man child children, and this man child was caught up. So now when we read, and he was in front of God's throne. So when we read, all right, Revelation 14, okay, we see his having his father's name written on their forehead. So that's the seal. And I heard a voice from heaven, as the voice of many waters, and as the voice of great thunder. And I heard the voice of harpers harping with their hearts, and they sung as it was a new song before the throne. So we see the 144,000 is before the throne. Okay, because remember, the holy mount of God, that's where Satan would go to in Ezekiel 28. So we know all of this is around the throne. And before the four beasts and the elders, and no man could learn the song but the 144,000 who which were redeemed from the earth. Guys, so at this time when this is happening, which were redeemed from the earth, these are which that did not defile themselves with women, for they are virgins. So guys, why are they virgins, guys? Because the theme, the children theme, guys. Now, can you defile yourself with your wife? No, you cannot defile yourself with your wife. So this is again not literal, right? But what we're going on with the theme of children, and it goes on. These are which the land whichever he goes, these are were redeemed from among men, being the first fruits unto God and to the Lamb. In their mouths was found no guile, for they are without fault before the throne of God. Now, guys, remember that in Matthew 5, who most people only believe he was speaking to the Jews, he says, you must be like little children to be saved, right? So this is all of the references, and this was what the 144,000 represents, guys. So when we look at the man child, we see the 144,000 is caught up, okay, to the throne, right? So now we're going to go to Revelation 3, verse 10. Now, I understand that many people think this is the second time it was brought to me that these churches aren't prophetic. This is the second time it was brought to me. It was also from another guy who believed that I think it wasn't Curtis. I forgot his name, but he was on another live with me. But he also thought that the churches, but when we read, all right, Revelation 3, verse 10, and that's how I've kept the words of my patience, I will also keep thee from the hour of temptation which come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth. So, guys, how can you say that from the hour of temptation shall come upon the whole world to try them that dwell upon the earth? Right? So, how can you say that this is not talking about that? Um, that great tribulation. How can you not say that? You know, understand? And then what about verse 9? Behold, I will make them a synagogue of Satan, which say they are Jews, but are not, but do lie. And behold, I will make them come and worship before thy feet, and to know that I have loved thee. Right? So when did that happen? When did that happen? Fake Jews acknowledging that they are fake and bowing down to the real Jews. When did that ever happen in history? When did anything in history, the hour of temptation was come upon the whole world to try them that dwell upon the earth? When did that happen? Okay. So we even get reference through the book of Revelation in like Revelation 13 and 14, speaking of the hour of his judgment, right? And you know what I'm saying? This is the hour of temptation, right? So if we go down to verse 12, him that overcome, I will make a pillar in the temple of my God. So, guys, if we go to Revelation 21, this is all going to fit in a second. If you go to Revelation 21, verse 17, and he measured the wall thereof 144 cubits, according to the measurement of men, that is of the angel. So guys, you understand, all right, that the pillars, guys, okay, is going to be 144 cubits, guys. So when we see that verse 9 is referencing Israel, and then we see, verse 12 talking about these pillars, that is clearly in Revelation 21. Okay, how can you not say that that's not referring to the 144,000 guys? I'm trying to understand. So understand, guys, that you need references for everything, guys. This is what you need. You need references for everything. But what I'm trying to tell you is that, guys, notice in Revelation 3 that it refers to Israel in verse 9, and then in verse 10 it talks about I will keep you from the hour of trial. So remember that the 144,000 was sealed before harm was done to the sea, tree, and the land, right? And we know in verse Revelation 9, verse 4, that those who were not sealed, it reads, they were told not to harm the grass of the earth or any plant or tree, but only those who did not have the seal of God on their foreheads, right? So we understand that the 144,000 was protected from the trumpets, right? It happened before trumpet one, and we're in verse 5. So I mean, we're in the fifth trumpet now, and they're explaining this. So who knows? The 144,000 is maybe able to give out seals to other people. Who knows, right? So my thing is, guys, you're looking at all these things, and even if we look at verse, all right, Revelation 3, go to it. Yeah, we go back to Revelation 12. I will make a pillar in the temple of my God, and he shall go out no more, and I will write him upon the name of my God. So that's the seal, right? So we got the pillar, okay, which we know is 144 cubits later on. And then I will write upon him the name of my God. That's the seal, okay, and the name of the city of my God, which is New Jerusalem, right? So we understand New Jerusalem consists of all the different tribes, okay, and the 12 apostles, and all the measurements is with 12,000 and things like that, and everything is referenced towards Israel, right? So was come down out of heaven from my God, and I will write upon him my new name, right? So how can you not say that this is the 144,000 guys? So we see the 144,000 sealed before harm is done, basically sealed before tribulation. Okay, we see that the man child is protected from um, the devil. Um, so the devil cannot reach this man child, and we see in Revelation 14 of how all this is. So, guys, to say that, I don't know what's going on with people not liking the 144,000. They're the chosen people of God, guys. Come on, this is not a caught thing. They're the chosen people of God. In the end, they're called the first fruits. I'm so confused. So here's what this Isaiah 66 thing, because if I'm saying that the 144,000, okay, it's the man child. Okay, first of all, if we read Revelation 3, verse 12, New Jerusalem, right? So Isaiah 66 says Zion birthed this man child. We know Zion are the daughter of Zion. Mount Zion is within Jerusalem. So we know that this woman in Revelation 12 is Jerusalem, guys. So if this man child is coming from Jerusalem, we know that the 144,000 basically makes up the body of New Jerusalem through measurements, guys. So understand that 144,000 is within the inner courts, and the outer courts aren't measured, right? But we see the measurements of New Jerusalem coming down out of heaven, the temple, the gates, and all that. We understand these things. So, guys, when we look at the man child, who I say is the 144,000, what is the 144,000? They are the first fruits, right? They are the first fruits. You got to follow me here. So, in Isaiah 66, when it says the man child travails before she gives labor, are the 144,000 comes before she travail, before her pain comes, right? But then when she does, she brought forth her children, right? So what is this saying, guys? The man child, the 144,000 are the first fruits. That means they cannot come out at the same time, okay, of other, basically as first fruits, it cannot come at the same time of the completion of the harvest, because the first fruits is the first portion of the harvest, right? It's part of the harvest, but it's a promise to the priest for the full harvest to come, right? So this is why the 144,000 is kept from that hour of trial explained in Revelation 3. And this is why the man child is caught up onto God before the devil goes on earth, right? Before he's thrown down to earth. And his wrath is going to go down on everyone who's on earth. This is why the beast was able to take over the saints, right? If we go to overcome the saints. If we go to Revelation 13, if we go to Revelation 13, verse 7, it was given power to wage war against God's holy people and to conquer them. And it was given authority over every tribe, people, language, and nation. So that sounds like the great multitude in Revelation 7. So, guys, that's what's going on. 144,000 is not a part of this right now, right? It's not a part of this, right? So that's what's going on, guys. So understand that you need different references to complete the book of Revelation, guys. This is the most symbolic book of the Bible, guys. So to think you cannot use different references from the Bible, guys, it's going to mess your doctrines up in the book of Revelation. It's very risky. So if you go to Revelation 17, which we also talked about, because as y'all guys know, I think America is Babylon. All right, so he was saying how this is the Catholic Church, right? And he goes with the colors. The woman was raised in purple. He wouldn't allow me to read Revelation 18. So my thing is, everything that is here is, of course, references to like Jeremiah 50 or even Isaiah 47. All right, so he's not, really saying too much, but to call this church Catholics, guys, the Catholic Church, and I see that a lot, and I know a lot of Jehovah Witnesses and Seventh-day Adventists believe that the Catholic Church fits all these prophecies, which I'm not saying they're not a part of prophecy, right? But even if we look at the seven hills thing, right? The seven heads are seven mountains, which the seven women is seated. There are also seven kings. So, guys, every other translation in verse 10 of Revelation 17, it clearly says that the mountains represent kings, right? Okay. Now, understand that now in King James Version, it says, and there were seven kings. Well, there was talking about the seven mountains, guys. All right. So just like in Revelation 20, okay, it says it in a way to where they're separate, but we know that the beheaded are those that were seated on the throne as to judge and things like that. So, guys, it's not hard to really break down things, especially in this time of day. So, guys, well, if we go to verse 9, this is called for the wisdom with mind with wisdom. The seven heads are seven mountains. So off the bat, guys, is not talking about literal mountains and things like that. It's talking about heads on the woman sits. There are also seven kings, five have fallen, one is, the other have not yet come. So, guys, can't say that the seven hills, guys. And plus, guys, how many continents are there? Right? Seven continents, right? Seven continents on the world. And we know that America literally have different bases all over the world. So that can clearly fits that. I didn't even want to go there. I don't even have to. But guys, that does not say that's wrong, guys, from a long shot. That does not say that's wrong. All right. And understand that the beast has to rise from the bottomless pit and go into destruction, right? The woman was enraged in purple, scarlet. Now, guys, full of abomination and purity of her sexual immorality, right? Now, this could talk about many different things, right? But even physical, guys. If we look at spiritual and physical, guys, America have so many different doctrines, okay, in this country, so many different religions in this country. So we understand that that got to be a part of symbolic, all right, references, because we know that you can be seduced by evil spirits, right? But also physically, guys, America is it's one of the filthiest countries when we talk about pornography, when we talk about rape, when we talk about TV, music. Guys, we're very filthy. All right. So we hold ranks in the physical and spiritual realm of things. So, all right. Now, understand if we look at social media, which is really it's really popular from America, or it's America that amplifies social media. All right. Understand that you got all these different quotes, all these different wisdoms, all these different captions. On top of that, you got all these different religions, denominations. All right. And you got all of this in one. Okay. You got the new age that Oprah have been promoting for years and things like that. So, guys, you got all these different religions. And that is what America represents. But physically, we're sick, guys. We're sick. And with all of this, guys, our divorce rates have completely climbed. I believe we're number one in divorce rates throughout the world. So this is even affecting marriage, or this is even affecting relationship, or being intimate with anyone, all right, at a long period of serious time. So when you look left and right, you see all these videos of, dating, dating era, like the dating era is going wrong, and things like that. People calling out men, people calling out women. Well, that's what the era we're living in, and that's just where we're at. That's part of the end time. So I don't really indulge myself too much in those type of things because I already know what's going on. It's part of the end times. But quite frankly, guys, of course, all of this stuff is going to affect things like marriages and cause divorce and things like that, because what you have with sexual immorality, especially in this time of day, you got many people confidence is built off of sexual appeal, and is built off of these things, movies, TVs. All right, they're celebrities, they're idols, they're a lot of communication is built off of your how you display yourself through these type of devices. So it's very hard to try to gauge anything conscious when you need to, I don't know, try to fit into the world. And that's what's really going on. But guys, this ain't no going back from this. You can call out whoever, you can call out a bunch of women, you can call out a bunch of men, you can do all this all day. There's nothing is going to change, guys. We are in a melting pot. This is America. It was supposed to be like this, and this is why the prostitute is going to go, guys, because now the prostitute is stepping over her boundaries. This is why the Communist Party is looking at us side eye like, you understand, we can take you off the map anytime we want, and you know it. So this is what's going on in America. This is what you're seeing, guys. Why do you think is Putin is not doing anything different, guys? Even before Georgia, guys, Putin have no problem with saying he can take a country off the face of the earth, any problem, guys. Why you think he can boastfully say this? Because he knows that all of the people he's talking to understands that this is no exaggeration, guys. He got like 1,000 more nukes than America, and most of them are hypersonic missiles that America haven't been developing. So when we look at all of these different things, guys, and we go to Revelation 50, I mean Jeremiah 50. So Jeremiah 50 is like Revelation 17, and then Jeremiah 51 is like Revelation 18. That is basically what's going on right now. And you need to understand that all the book of Revelation is references, right? So even if we say the people of Israel are oppressed and the people of Judah with them, all who take them captive have held them fast. They refuse to let them go. Their Redeemer is strong. The Lord of hosts is his name. He will surely plead their case, and he will give rest to the earth, but unrest to the inhabitants of Babylon, guys. Now understand that in these chapters that Babylon have became desolate, guys. That didn't happen to the old Babylon. It kind of merged within Cyrus the Great era, and then Cyrus the Great also freed Israel. So in power, but no, this country in Jeremiah 50 and Jeremiah 51, this country Babylon is being desolate, guys. These people don't is not trying to take over the land. They just want this country wiped out from the map. That's the difference, guys. This is the attitude we're looking at, guys. We're not looking at someone that's trying to overthrow Babylon land and get her riches and things like that. Of course, those things will will come automatically in some way. But the main purpose of Jeremiah 50 and Jeremiah 51 is to destroy her completely, desolate the land, no one lives. This is the purpose, and that's the purpose in Revelation 17 when the 10 kings burn her with fire, guys. So, you know what I'm saying, guys? So understand that we can go on with days on different things, but what I really wanted you guys to understand is that, guys, the man child is not Jesus, it's the 144,000, guys. Two groups, okay, 144,000, the man child, and those, the offsprings that keep God's testimony in Jesus. And so that's the great multitude. So it's two groups, just like Revelation 7 and 14. Very simple. But all right, peace out, y'all. I gotta go. I gotta get some food. I've been lazy all day off. That's Saturday. And I actually didn't do it at nighttime. So guys, all right, y'all, peace out. I hope everyone is well. And I hope I explained everything right. Of course, I'll have more videos and trying to explain to you the importance of these things and using precepts. But guys, all I'm trying to tell you is that, guys, you need to look at different books in the Bible if you want to come up with the book of Revelation. All of the book of Revelation is references that John helped through the Holy Spirit have gathered throughout the Bible in his time in jail. So peace out, y'all.